Well, with the price of silver and gold being where it is, it really does make it very important to make sure you're getting actual real gold and silver when you're buying. Staying safe at the moment is hard because with the price increases come an awful lot more fakes and fraudsters and even corners being cut by bullion dealers. All it takes is one little mistake from a big buy-in that they instantly resell to the hype market for somebody to get hold of coins which are not genuine. And that is quite scary. So there are lots of different ways. It's not a backyard bullion video unless I drop a coin. There are ways that you can test your gold and silver, and one of the best ways to test it is with the Sigma precious metal investor models, which we are going to have a look at here today. They're so good, they even test through assay cards of some of the most faked gold out there, gold bars. So let's dive in and have a look at how good these machines really are. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble, where we have down-to-earth discussions about all things precious and shiny. And these precious and shiny things, you need to know that they are indeed genuine if you're going to be buying them. Now, I am sponsored by Trusty Metrics, who are the UK's exclusive supplier of the machine that you see in front of us, which is a precious metal investor model. It's a way that you can test your gold and silver. And I would say, certainly if you're buying gold, but with the way that silver is going in terms of price right now, it's well worth thinking about getting something that you can test your silver and gold with. Now, there is a link in the description box below to Trusty Metrics' website. I will say straight off the bat that, and this is testament to the fact that A, the markets are crazy, and B, there are, I think, a rising number of fraudsters out there trying to part people with their hard-earned money, because there is a global shortage of these machines right now. However, Trusty Metrics have got pre-orders on their website where you can get these machines and the big Pro machine as well. And I think what we're working on, please don't hold me to this, and I know that they're very conscious about trying to keep people waiting, or not trying to keep people waiting as long as possible, but it's basically around March or April that they'll get the pros in, and the investors, they are getting in sporadic deliveries over, well, weekly basically. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you wouldn't have too long of a wait to get one of these machines, but they are worth their weight in gold and soon to be worth their weight in silver as well, because of just how parabolic silver's price is going. And this leads me into the main topic of the video, where I want to talk about being safe when buying this stuff, especially in an atmosphere where there is a lot of hype, hysteria, price. People will be cutting corners, bullion dealers even. I'm not going to accuse any particular bullion dealers because that's not fair, but bullion dealers make mistakes too, and they will be buying in, you know, they can buy in 1,000 ounces of silver in monster boxes today and have it sold that same day. And who's to say that each coin in there is not genuine? You need to be that verifier of truth at the end of every purchase. Trust nothing, verify everything. And to do that, it is very important to have some piece of kit that can do that. And these machines do that. So we're going to show you how it works. Very simple to use. But before we do that, just a quick plug to remind you to subscribe to the channel as we march on towards 100,000 subscribers. Last time we did a subscriber milestone, 75,000, Trusty Metrics gave away one of these machines. It's a £1,700 piece of kit that they gave away, and they promised to give away one of the Pro models, which is over £2,000 when we hit 100k. So let's make it happen, eh? Get those subscribers done. Right, okay, the machine, very simple. As you saw, I just turned it on. I'll turn it on for you again. It's that easy. It's literally fresh out the box. You can turn it on. It does a calibration thing all on its own, and then you're ready to go. Now, there are different modes that you have to set, so you can select your metal. There's obviously a gold table, there's a silver table, then there's the others. You can test some of the other stuff in there, and then there's specific coins as well, because there are certain coins which have different types of alloy in them, for example, gold Britannias, etc., etc. So there's a whole host of different things in here. You can go down and there's a whole list of different coins, as we can see, a whole load of different alloys and types of silver coins here as well, and gold as well, testing all the way down to 14 karat gold. Now, these are best used for coins. It's not really a jewelry testing piece of kit, but they're really good. So once you select your item, we're going to do gold here, get the big Britannia out of the way first. You simply put it on to the little bit, the dot here, losing my words here, and then you put the little arm down on top of it, and what you're looking for is a reading in the green. Now the difference between this machine and the original machine is that this tests the resistivity of the silver coin, or the gold coin I should say, all the way through the coin. These are actually better than XRF machines. So you'll often see XRF machines with bullion dealers. They've sometimes got the handheld guns. You may have seen them on Tracks NYC and various other bullion channels and things like that. Or they have the big static machines. Those are very good for things like jewelry, where you can't fit the piece on this particular arm, and it gives you a really good indication, but they do only penetrate a certain amount. This penetrates all the way through. It is really, really good. Now we're also going to test these sovereigns here. In fact, I'm going to go over to this particular setting and choose the gold sovereign setting. Oh, I've lost it. Where has it gone? Up here a bit. There we go, gold sovereign. We can test some of these gold sovereigns as we talk. Now the way, whoa, we've gone throwing coins everywhere. Crazy, isn't it? I just threw 1,500 quid plus, or 1,800 quid's worth of gold across my table. But hey, it is what it is. Right, so we are going in here, total weight 7.98. It's important to put the right weights in, because what I'm about to show you is the next great swan song of these machines, is that you can do what's called a density test. So we know what the density of certain metals is, and you can test that density by putting the coin here on the meter. It tells you that it's in the green. You see this little box has come up with dim. If you press that, and then we're doing a round piece, and press it again, you then get this little green bar, which if you line up to the edge of the screen and to there, it should tell you that if that coin, with the weight that you've inputted and the resistivity reading that you've read, if it's real, it should fit in that line, and it does, which is fantastic. And to demonstrate this as a perfect way, we're going to test this silver coin up here, which is a fake. So this is supposed to be, can't remember if it's supposed to be 1 ounce. Yes, they say it's 1 ounce. I don't think it is 1 ounce, but we can say total weight 1, done. And we're going to take this out of the capsule, because it is most assuredly a fake coin, don't you worry. So handling it is absolutely fine. And we're going to measure this particular coin. And you'll see straight off the bat, this is a big warning sign. Of course, it's all in the red. Now, if we just take one of these silver coins and put that on there, you can see it's right nice in the green. So that's all fine. So from a dimensions test, well, from this first test up here, you'd know that that's fake, or it's not genuine at least. But sometimes they can get the weights quite good. So what about this one? If we put this on there and we wait for it to settle, we do the dimensions, the round, and we pop that up here, and perfect. That is absolutely pitch perfect onto that particular line. Now, if we go back to this one, put that on there, and again, it's going to know that this is meant to be 1 ounce of silver. We do the dimensions. We say, if this is 1 ounce of silver, it should fit within the lines. Well, it doesn't. So this is telling us that this density is way less than silver, because it should be a lot smaller of a coin to fit in this. So we know that's a fake. Very easy to do. And it's super important right now, because as I said at the beginning of the video, there are a lot of fakes out there of silver and gold. And now with silver going up in price even more, I can only but see more fakes hitting the market. And you can buy these by the thousand on Alibaba or Temu. Now this one's testing as slightly in the red. That does not necessarily mean that it's fake. It is because we're on 4.9 silver, and this is an old eagle, which I believe is a 3.9 silver coin. So if we go to the 3.9 silver coin setting and we go back down and test, one would hope we'll get a nice center of the green result. And also as a double check, we'll just do the dimension test on it, just to prove all you naysayers out there that it is indeed a genuine silver eagle. But there are a lot of fakes out there, and there are going to be a lot more people who are trying to take advantage of fakes. And not only that, but mistakes will happen. Now, what I mean by that is that people are in a rush. There are also a lot of armchair bullion dealers right now. There's a lot of people who are out there just trying to make a quick buck. I see it all the time. People are buying stuff on eBay, flipping it the next day, trying to get that profit. And they don't know if their gold or silver is as good as it could be. And indeed, even bullion dealers could make mistakes. I know that bullion dealers are under an incredible amount of strain and stress right now. And people ringing them every day going, where's my order, where's my order? And you just can't fathom that a mistake couldn't be made. There could be mistakes made by these businesses. And that's not to say that there are known mistakes that I have seen out there, but I've had 1 or 2 fakes in the past from bullion dealers. Not necessarily that the fakes were without the right amount of gold, they were just counterfeit gold coins. They were still gold, but still, it's happened. And these machines help me as a business and me as a stacker. Now, in terms of what machine is right for you, what I will say about Trusty Metrics as the UK's exclusive supplier is that they're really, really on it in terms of making sure that you get the right product that's right for you. They are not about just selling you a Pro and Bridge and all of the bells and whistles, because the full package, I think, is something like £2,500, which is a lot of money. And, you know, I'm not going to ignore the fact that these machines are not cheap, but they are really, really good. And if you're buying a bunch of silver, if you're buying loads of silver coins from Facebook, from eBay, from the internet, from Joe Blogs Random, then even now, silver, these machines I think are really worth it. I mean, it staggers me. A tube of silver Britannias right now, 25 silver Britannias, goes for like £1,900. You know, this machine is like 15 to, I think, well, I can't remember the exact pricing of it. I think it's like £1,700 with the VAT on it. That's less than a tube of Britannias. And if you're going to be looking to accumulate significant amounts of holdings in precious metals, then it's well worth getting, really is, for that extra peace of mind. And if you are selling, it's always worth having as well, to be able to guarantee to the people who are buying off you that what you've got is indeed genuine, give that extra layer of protection, authenticity, and guarantee. So Trusty Metrics are great. If you had any questions about these machines or what's maybe right for you, then just get in touch with them. They won't like me saying it, but they respond to customer service related inquiries on weekends, on Sunday nights, and they're really good at it. They really are. I mean, I've been working with them now nearly 2 years as a brand ambassador, and they're just on it all the time. They really are. So well worth checking out. There is, I think it's still live, a 6% discount code, BYB Cool. They also probably won't like me telling you this, but I mean, they make the same amount of profit at the end of the day. But if you really want these machines, and a budget is a real consideration for you, and if you're a normal person that doesn't want to try and cut corners and buy these machines illegally and without the VAT and everything, if you want to do it by the book and be right, then get in touch with them, ask them for the BYB Cool discount, and also ask them to pay by banks transfer, because they'll be able to pass on that credit card, debit card processing fee as a saving to you as well. And that's the cheapest way that you can get these machines anywhere in the world legally without dodging sales tax and committing tax fraud, basically. So really good machines, really good team. They're also really good at their aftercare as well, because whilst I've shown you these machines are really quite simple to use, sometimes without experience, I've done it. I've had plenty of coins in the past where I've tested something and it's not quite come out right. They will happily go through anything with you on a call to work out what's going on if there's a coin that's maybe not quite right. They're just really on it, and they're really good at customer service. Small family-run business, just really good. So go and check them out. Links in the description box below. Tell them the Backyard Bullion sent you their way with the BYB Cool code. I don't get any kickback from that code, by the way. We're a brand ambassador for them. They're an ongoing sponsor of the channel. So happy days. That's it from me. Thank you all for watching. Cool kids. We need something for you to quote down in the comment section. I think we're going to quote the precious metal investor model. We're going to say precious metal investor for the win. No, hang on. Aha, you have to be super cool now because I've given you a trick. I'm going to go Trusty Metrics for the precious metal investor. Trusty Metrics for the precious metal investor is your Cool Kid Club phrase. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.